Before proceeding with this video, look, I want to say right here at the beginning, because I'm being attacked again and again by people who, man, have no arguments. To counter me, they have no arguments when I say that I don't like Hugo. I think he's just an average goalkeeper. Fabio deserved much more to be called up. Even Andrew deserved to be called up. He doesn't deserve it. If Hugo deserved it, fine. But I think Andrew, who just joined Flamengo and is now the backup, is better than Hugo. So it's just my opinion. I don't like Hugo. I think he's an average goalkeeper. And there are other goalkeepers in Brazilian football, like Gabriel Brazao, who are better than Hugo. Then some guys, a lot of Corinthians fans started saying that I'm being prejudiced because of Hugo's skin color. Guys, for God's sake. So is it going to be prejudice if I say that Dida? For me, one of the greatest goalkeepers in history, black. And for me, one of the greatest ever. And he played for Corinthians. So for God's sake, man, what kind of joke is this? And I mentioned Andrew, who is black, okay, at Flamengo, but he's black. And for me, he's a great goalkeeper who still has a big chance to grow at Flamengo. Then these guys come and try. Man, they have no argument. They say the guy's good at saving penalties. They say he makes good saves. If you think he's good to watch the game or whatever, that's fine. But trying to go down that road won't work. It's always like this, man. Always this whining. Now, you can't think a certain player is bad, think there are better ones, think that Fabio is better. Prejudice. Now, I'm being accused of prejudice because I think Fabio is better than Hugo. Roll the intro. Hey guys, red and black, greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel. If you just arrived, please follow, like, and share on all platforms. On YouTube, subscribe, turn on notifications with the bell, and like the video. No one gets away with owing us, and we'll have another chance once again in Montevideo. We'll also update you on the Libertadores and have plenty to cover about the Brazilian Championship. There's a new round of the Brasileirão coming up, and we're bringing you a lot of information here. It's going to become 5 there, God willing. 5, that's right, 2026, 5. Who would have thought we could reach our 5th Libertadores, man, in such a short time? It's unbelievable, right, man? We never even dreamed of having 4 Libertadores or even 3, let alone 4. We reached 3 Libertadores in 2022, and now we've already reached 4. It's unbelievable. And you can witness all of this with Haroldo's Caravan. Haroldo's Caravan takes you to the games outside Brazil. There's a game in Cusco, and you can even visit Machu Picchu. There's a game in Argentina. There's a game in Colombia. You can get the best package with them, man. A serious company that has been serving Flamengo fans since the 1981 Club World Cup. And check this out. You can also secure your spot at the Maracanã games with tickets included, a welcoming reception, and the spectacular reception from Caravana do Haroldo. So, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you that Flamengo will have more than 10,000 kilometers ahead in the group stage of the 2026 Libertadores. La Plata in Argentina, 2,010 kilometers, about 3 hours of travel. Cusco, Peru, 3,300 kilometers, about 4 hours and 45 minutes of travel. Medellin, Colombia, 4,780 kilometers, about 6 hours and 30 minutes of travel. It's really close. Flamengo is going to play really close. Colombia is right next door. That game in Medellin, for sure. Look, way up in the north of America, that one will definitely be there. I'm going to attend some of those games. The game in Peru, too. Peru, no, right, Peru. Wait, pause. Bem, so, look, Flamengo is going to travel more than 10,000 kilometers of travel, right, man? 4,780, about 6 hours and 30 to Medellin. So adding it all up, more than 10,000 kilometers. And look, we also had Flamengo. An important piece of news, Bruno Lemos brought this information. He works there with Mauro Santana. Bruno Henrique is back to Mengao along with Saul after the FIFA international break. So after the FIFA break, when it returns, We already have the dates to share with you. Here we will also have a lot of information about the Brasileirão available, including for the Libertadores as well. Bruno Henrique and Saul will be available. The players are in the final stage of recovery and should be available to the coaching staff for the rest of the season. A lot of good information here for us to bring you a lot of content. And look, that boy who was on top of the mountain, he went to Christ the Redeemer wearing the Mengao jersey. He's going to bring us a lot of luck. Look at that. No one dies owing us anything. Look, another character from that episode, that boy there with the jersey, Clive Ruaman, man. He was awesome. He rocked it, showed off. He even interviewed and was amazed because he was interviewing Danilo, who scored the goal. From, I was going to say the fifth title, but no, from the fourth, the fifth is coming, right? Flamengo has released important information for the fans who are going to Neoquímica Arena tomorrow, okay? So, did Flamengo release this information? In fact, the organized fan groups are going in large numbers. More than 20 buses and invasion of Neoquímica Arena. It's going to be crazy over there. All the tickets for Flamengo's section are sold out. So, Flamengo announced that entry will be through facial biometrics. As indicated at the time of ticket purchase, each fan must present their original ID when entering the stadium. Don't bring a power bank to the match. There are restrictions on this type of item. Flamengo does not recommend using public transportation, but if it can't be avoided, the guidance is not to wear club jerseys. Also avoid the following places: Radio Leste, especially near Arthur Alvim Station and Miguel Inácio Curie Avenue, okay? Access to the stadium will be through Gate G, which opens at 5:30 p.m. for Flamengo fans who will be in the South Visitor section. All right? For more details, check Flamengo's profile where you'll find all the explanations. We're doing our part here. Okay, look. Flamengo called the council members to vote on the new sponsorship agreement with GAC Motor. Okay, Flamengo confirmed the call. It will be voted on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. So all the members, owners, and council members will vote either in person or online. GAC Motor, right? We'll also find out the amount and everything else, right? We'll find out now in this Tuesday meeting about the new sponsorship, right? At Flamengo, man, Flamengo. Flamengo's jersey is going to get even bigger. It's already more than double Palmeiras'. Now then, it's going to triple. Flamengo's jersey is going to be triple Palmeiras, right? And they've already realized they can't win this battle. They can't win it, man. This one, they just can't win. Look, the CBF has set the details. I was telling you about the games Flamengo will play after the FIFA break, that Saul and Bruno Henrique will be coming back, right? So, the CBF released the detailed schedule for the 9th and 10th rounds of the Brazilian Championship, in which Flamengo faces two teams from São Paulo, Red Bull Bragantino and Santos. The concern was they'd schedule it for the second instead of the first, but they scheduled it on that day. Flamengo is able to bring back Danilo, Alexandro, and Leo Pereira, who ended up getting a card. He will play this game after the international break. He won't play against Corinthians, and we should have Vitão. I'll bring you the probable lineup here. Check this out. 9th round of the Brasileirão, Red Bull Bragantino versus Flamengo in Bragança Paulista, Thursday, April 2nd. Now, with Leo Pereira, Danilo, and Alexandro available, the match is at 9:30 p.m. We should have coverage on Premiere. Sport TV doesn't have it, and Flamengo TV will show images later. As for the other game, the 10th round on Sunday, Flamengo plays on Thursday and Sunday, the Sunday game. Flamengo and Santos, Maracanã. This game, April 5th at 5:30 p.m., I don't want to know who's going to broadcast it. I think it's the same too. Premier Sport TV, okay, but this game will be broadcast by Flamengo TV. This one will have a delayed video broadcast. All right, so everything's under control. Look, now we have it here. Yeah. Ooh. Another important piece of information is where to watch Flamengo's games in the group stage of the Libertadores. I told you I was going to bring you a lot of information about the Libertadores right now. The detailed schedule for the Libertadores group stage has already been released. Regarding the broadcast, Grupo Globo secured both of Flamengo's games against Estudiantes. In addition, the network also got the rights to the altitude match against Cusco, which marks Flamengo's debut. ESPN, on the other hand, got the rest of the games. So, let's go. First round, Cusco versus Flamengo, 9:30 p.m. Brasilia time, TV Globo, GTV, and Paramount. Okay, second round, Flamengo versus Independiente Medellin at Maracanã, 9:30 p.m., April 16th, first round. April 8th, April 16th, 9:30 p.m., Flamengo versus Independiente Medellin on ESPN and Disney+. Okay, third round, April 29th, Estudiantes versus Flamengo, 9:30 p.m. on TV Globo, GETV, and Paramount. Fourth round, Independiente Medellin versus Flamengo, 9:30 p.m. Brasilia time on ESPN and Disney+. Okay, this is the game on May 7th, fifth round. The game on May 20th, Flamengo versus Estudiantes, 9:30 p.m. on TV Globo, GETV, and Paramount+. Okay.
Tá?
Sixth round, May 26th, Flamengo versus Cusco at Maracanã, 9:30 p.m. on ESPN and Disney+. Globo won't air the final round, which could decide if Flamengo qualifies. Hopefully they'll qualify beforehand, so it won't matter. Maybe they even bet on that, right? And look, bringing it up here, since we're talking about the Brazilian Championship, Libertadores, Brazilian Championship, Libertadores, back to the Brazilian Championship. Flamengo playing against Corinthians at the Neoquímica Arena, playing away from home. Flamengo returned to training this Friday. Flamengo trained this Saturday. The players are traveling to Sao Paulo, okay? So tomorrow the team will already be in Sao Paulo. They'll wake up tomorrow and play against Corinthians at 8:30 p.m. at the Neoquímica Arena. Coach Leonardo Jardim. He will be forced to make at least 2 changes to the team because Leo Pereira and Eric Pulgar received their 3rd yellow card. Right, so Vitão and Everton Araujo are basically the chosen players, right? It's likely, isn't it? For the starting spots, Flamengo might have other changes since the coach has been rotating the squad but keeping a main starting lineup. All right, so the probable lineup is Rossi Varela, Leo Ortiz, Vitão, Alexandro, or Ayrton Lucas, but I think he'll go with Alexandro since there's an international break coming up. Everton Araújo, Jorginho, Arrascaeta or Paquetá, Luiz Araújo or Carrascal, Samuel Lino, and Pedro. Samuel Lino, who's playing really well. In fact, VSR had predicted that this would happen with Leonardo Jardim. With the arrival of Leonardo Jardim, the one who would improve a lot was Samuel Lino, who has important stats. He's already starting to have interesting numbers in assists and goals. And now he also starts, right, to climb up there. A better moment at Flamengo, even to start receiving praise soon from Mengo's fans, right? So, Flamengo held their last training session on Saturday before facing Corinthians. Right, Flamengo is heading to Sao Paulo, and we're bringing all the information to you, okay? We actually have an important situation to share with you regarding Flamengo and Palmeiras. Right, the issue of Libra, right? CBF, Flamengo, and Palmeiras, they're aligning with the CBF in support of a single league in Brazil, a unified league in Brazil. So it wasn't expected that BAP and Leila would get closer. Okay, yeah, but it happened in that regard. It happened, all right? According to the UOL portal, Flamengo and Palmeiras are aligning with the CBF in support of a single league in Brazilian football. Flamengo and Palmeiras, clubs with great political influence, are working together in discussions about creating a new model. The understanding is that the project should only move forward with the approval and active participation of the CBF. Both clubs share the same vision on the subject. They may disagree when it comes to television revenue sharing, but when it comes to the creation of the league, right? Right?
Yeah.
Man, people are joking around a lot here, right? Unity, Paulo Molengo is coming. Man, people are joking around a lot. Damn, BAP wants it, huh? Just let it go tonight. Damn. Hey, man, the guys, listen, do this. Go to this post of mine on Instagram. No kidding, no kidding. Guys, you need to go to this post here. Let me show you. It's just that there was a glare. Now it's better. Go to this post here on Instagram. This one, you need to go on Instagram, man. This one, no kidding. Check the comments and you'll see why I'm laughing. I can't say it here, man. I can't say it here. The comments are insane, guys. People are joking a lot, right? About the whole thing with BAP and Leila Pereira. Well, look, BAP praised Leonardo Jardim's work at Flamengo. I thought these comments were really important. I found the experience with Leo Jardim to be really good. really good. He has a very special quality, which is that he likes people, he enjoys connecting with the players, talking with the players, and so on. So I'll tell you, I've been very positively surprised by how quickly he managed to fit in with the squad and how he was able to implement in his own way and at his own pace some adjustments that he thought were appropriate. He has a very clear vision that Flamengo has a peculiarity, a unique way of playing, and he's really good. When you deal with a coach who has that sensitivity, who understands the fans' demands and tries to use the players, he has to do what is in the club's DNA. So far, it's going well, really well, and on the field. The results, at least so far, have confirmed what I'm sharing here with you. So BAP is really praising Leonardo Jardim's work, happy with this start. And tell me something. Tell me here, you who, like me, were surprised by Felipe's departure. I've already said I didn't ask for Felipe to be fired. I was sad about the way it happened, but really tell me, Felipe being an idol, it could have been done differently. Zico himself said that. Maybe it could have been handled another way. Let me bring Zico's statement here. But tell me, BAP got it right, didn't he? BAP tried to fix everything while there was still time to not lose things. What do you think? We won the Carioca. A streak of victories in the Brasileirão. Did BAP get it right? Tell me, I want you to comment here. I just want to see your comment. He was wrong in the way he handled the departure, but he was right in wanting it. Whenever Flamengo improves, you can always try to get better. And we even have here to share with you Zico's statement, which I found very important. Zico spoke to Coluna do Fla about Felipe Luis's departure. It's not a matter of respect. I think there was a lack of sensitivity. Remember, Zico is close friends with BAP and supports the management. It's about knowing the right time. I've seen a lot in football, things happen. I think that when you have to make that decision, I've been a club president, I've fired some coaches, but we often have to be more flexible and understand the other side, of course. Felipe is a guy who made the fans proud both when he wore the Flamengo jersey and also when he worked as a coach. Felipe is special, so I think he should have been treated differently. Very well, Zico. Yes, that's correct. About Flamengo, look at the Sao Paulo fans here. They have 3 world titles at the professional level, 3 Libertadores. Flamengo has already surpassed them in the number of Libertadores. And Flamengo is on its way to a 3rd Libertadores title. Tomorrow afternoon, a 3rd U20 Libertadores title, and possibly fighting for a 3rd U20 world title. Look how crazy. The Sao Paulo fans are scared. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Just look at this, finalist.
Flamengo is a finalist in the under 20 Libertadores.
Bro, yeah, bro, again, man, again.
Bro, my friend, Flamengo is already the biggest Libertadores champion in professional football here in Brazil. Are they aiming to be the top Libertadores champions even in youth divisions?
They already are, my friend. Damn.
Man, this Flamengo team is tough.
Right, man. São Paulo fan, huh? São Paulo fan and also in the youth team. Dramatic São Paulo fan at Dramatic São Paulo fan.
Flamengo in the youth team. Bicampeão mundial seguido e tá na final da Libertadores, podendo ser tricampeão mundial.
It has to be Libertadores here. Oof.
Cara, esses caras. Rapaz, mano. Mas
this Flamengo is scary. This Flamengo scares everyone. Look at this. Look at that, man. It scares everyone in the Libertadores. It scares everyone. It also wants to be in the youth team too. It's scary, man. It's scary. The guys are scared. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you that this thing is impressive, right? Look, Flamengo has the chance to equal Palmeiras' record against Corinthians at the Neoquímica Arena. If they win on Sunday, Flamengo will become the team that has beaten Corinthians the most at their home or our home. It's our home, right? For God's sake, right? It's our home, okay? Look at this. Corinthians and Flamengo have met 16 times at the Neoquímica Arena in this rivalry. Heading into the 17th match, the visitors lead with 6 wins to 5 and 5 draws. The red and black team now leads in goals, 21-16. There have been routs and more. So Flamengo has the chance to, increase, expand, and even get ahead of Palmeiras, right? Palmeiras is also kind of right there too. So Corinthians doesn't have a home, right? Who rules at Corinthians' home is Flamengo and Palmeiras. What craziness, right, my friends? So that's it. Nobody owes us anything, right? Like we said, Super Cup, right? We know, right? We're going to get back at Corinthians this year, right? We're going to get back at them, I have no doubt. It starts tomorrow, God willing. That's it, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Subscribe, give us that support. It helps us a lot. Share it too. You'll help us a lot. Thanks.